Good afternoon. This is Crypto209 coming back at you with an updated live stream for the cryptocurrency markets. I have been gone for quite a long time. I think it was a little over a week. I do apologize. I did go on vacation for a couple days. And then I had just a moment of rest for the next days after that. So I do apologize for my absence within the cryptocurrency markets, but we have been having awesome price actions for Dogecoin. Dogecoin made it up to an all-time high of around 48 cents, which was just amazing to see, as my projections for Dogecoin were around 25 to 35 cents. So Dogecoin definitely went above and beyond than what we were all expecting. We are in a correction phase at the moment. Corrections are very healthy. I love corrections as it is the perfect buying opportunity to accumulate more cryptocurrency. I actually did add to my holdings, not only for Dogecoin, but I picked up a few other cryptocurrencies on this dip that we are experiencing at the moment. I cannot express to you how excited I still am. Since the last live stream, I believe the last live stream, Dogecoin was only at, I think we were only at 12 cents when I made my last live stream. So just within the last week of me making my last video, Dogecoin has basically doubled. It I do believe it quadrupled from my last video of just at 12 cents, because Dogecoin was at 48 cents. That was the all-time high that Dogecoin was at, was 48 cents. And now we are just half that, of around 23 up to 25 cents. We are still having corrections. The correction for Dogecoin did bring it back down to around, I think it was 17 or around 16 cents, which is still okay for my position, as I was purchasing Dogecoin before 1 cent, and I still have a very low average cost. So my risk level for Dogecoin is maybe down to around 8 or 7 cents exactly. Then I would start to get a little scared, but at this current moment, I do not see Dogecoin having a further correction back down to around 7 or 8 cents. So with this correction, Bitcoin did fall below $50,000, which, if you are looking at the 3-month chart for Bitcoin, these retracements we have after having a nice run up in price does ensure that Bitcoin continues the run up to newer all-time highs after having those corrections back down. So just about 3 months ago, Bitcoin did have that pretty bad correction. I would say this is probably my 4th or 5th correction since being in the cryptocurrency markets. It just seems very normal to me when we do have these retracements, as you have sell-offs. The news really should not have put that much of a detriment on the prices of cryptocurrency, but it did when we did have that news about higher taxes and things like that. But all in all, things have been going really well. We are still in the bull market, I do believe. I do not think we are in a bearish territory at all for cryptocurrency. We are still in the beginning stages for adoption and such. So seeing Dogecoin specifically still above 20 cents is just something I could never have imagined this day would come, but it is here and we're living it, and very excited to be a part of this current movement of financial freedom through cryptocurrency. So Dogecoin is holding at this current level of around 23 up to 25 cents. As I was saying, we were having those corrections below 20 cents, but it wasn't too bad I know for some it could have been a lot worse, as you were seeing Dogecoin go up to 48 cents, the all-time high, down to around 35 cents, up to 38 cents, I believe we were trading around, and now down to around 23 cents. This is really good. This is how cryptocurrencies do play out. They have a nice run-up, and then that correction. And then after the correction, it finds a nice consolidation area for the price to be trading around. So Dogecoin should recapture around 28 to 30 cents quite soon. It does not look as though we were having too much of anything stopping Dogecoin, as it did nearly make 50 cents per Dogecoin. I did not sell any of my Dogecoin when we did have that spike up. It would have been really nice looking back now at all of the gains I did lose out on, but I am still holding further past that year tax bracket, and just holding long term in general. I definitely still do have the long-term outlook on my holdings of cryptocurrency, not really selling or day trading the current tokens that I hold. VeChain is doing really nice, or has been doing really nice. I believe I haven't even had time to gather on top of all of the news as I usually would, so this live stream is going to be a bit more laid back for today. So I do apologize on my missing out for a couple days and not being able to catch up on as much news as I usually cover. But VeChain did make it up to around 28 cents, which is awesome as well, because I am invested into VeChain, as well as a wide diversified portfolio in my cryptocurrency portfolio. I am not a Bitcoin maximalist, but Bitcoin does hold the maximum holdings in my portfolio. Bitcoin is the main cryptocurrency that I am currently invested in. If I had put everything into Dogecoin, this is kind of how you have these you can flip your coin. So if you're invested into one coin and it goes up a nice increase, you can then put those profits you made into a different coin. I think I could have done that if I had went all in on Dogecoin, and definitely had well over worth of one Bitcoin, so I could have bought a few Bitcoin had I allocated all of that, or all of my assets, into Dogecoin at the time of below 1 cent and up above to well, I was constantly buying Dogecoin. I really didn't stop buying Dogecoin until we had this spike up. There's just, well, if you were invested early on, there's really no reason to continue investing, because we are going to have corrections. So if you were invested at an earlier moment, below 10 cents as I was, below 5 cents as I was as well, a lot of other people were invested into Dogecoin below 10 cents and even further below that. So we have been holding Dogecoin for a very long time. So we know that, well, at least I know my point of resistance that I would be looking for if Dogecoin did have a correction to that level that would get me just a little bit scared. But at this moment, I am not scared of Dogecoin and this slight correction that we're having, as it's just half of the all-time high that Dogecoin did make. So as I did state, the point that Dogecoin would have to get at for me to be a little scared, or for me to pull out any positions, which I definitely am not going to be selling any of my Dogecoin. But if it did come to that, we would have to drop below at 12 and 10 cents in order for me to think that things are not really going in the right direction. But in this current moment, I do see that Dogecoin is going in the right direction. It has been going in the right direction for the past 2 weeks. I did miss that good week of live streaming, and even if you just miss one live stream, like, you can miss out on so much information. So you definitely have to keep on top of everything that's going on, so you can know when to make the best trades. You can know when to time your investments correctly in order to have a pretty nice increase on your investments. Now, I would say that last night was probably the best buying opportunity for its entry into cryptocurrency. So we did have that correction on, sorry, it was Wednesday. Yeah, we had the correction on Wednesday, and that was 420. So I think it was 420 that night, and then like all the hype for Dogecoin 420 and stuff like that. I really knew it wasn't going anywhere, only because I've been in the cryptocurrency markets a little longer, just about half a year now. So it hasn't been years since I've been in the cryptocurrency market, but I do have a little bit of a backbone for these corrections and what's going to be happening for these price increases. So you can go just off the hype of what's going on, but most of the time just going off the hype of people saying, oh, we're going to pump this coin this day, or we're going to do this that day, and it just really doesn't work out. So just keep that in mind. You really want to excuse me, you really want to do your research as much as you can to find out exactly what is going on. You just don't want to follow the trend. Following the trend does help to some degree, but in the end, you do have to have hardcore information to back whatever you are promoting or investing into. So Dogecoin has turned into the legitimate cryptocurrency that we have been hoping for. I do see Dogecoin holding up above this 15 to 20 cents. It does play it out to be a legitimate cryptocurrency within the cryptocurrency markets, as we did go up to around rank number 5, I believe it was, right under XRP, which was just lovely to see for Dogecoin, as when we did make that previous all-time high, I think I did cover a video of when Dogecoin made that all-time high up of 9 cents. It was not a live stream of me covering Dogecoin, but it was just like me making a regular video of Dogecoin. I was like super bad at making regular videos back then, so I just opted into doing live streams because it was just like so much easier. But anyway, yeah, when we went up to that all-time high for 0.909 cent, yes, it was 0.091. I can't even think of it because it was so far back. So that was 9 cents was the all-time high for Dogecoin. And then when we had made that all-time high, we were at a rank of 7 for Dogecoin. So we were right in the range of where Chainlink and Cardano was. But obviously, coin rankings move around as those coin market caps fluctuate over time. So Dogecoin did drop back down pretty far, back down to around 12, and then we made 13, I think. The lowest Dogecoin got was around 18 or 17 coin ranking, but we were still in the top 20 coins for the coin ranking, so that was still really good for Dogecoin. I always just knew that Dogecoin was going to take off. It's just like something in your heart, you feel it, you know that you've been following this cryptocurrency for so long, and it's just inevitable for it to happen, and it definitely did happen for Dogecoin. So we were super excited to see the Dogecoin have an all-time high of 48 cents. So my projections have definitely changed as we made the all-time high of 48 cents. My last video was Dogecoin to $1. I know it still seemed just a bit outlandish even then, because we were only at 12 cents, I believe, when I had made my last live stream. So Dogecoin from 12 cents to $1 is quite a substantial increase, because at the time the market cap, gosh, you see how fast things move within the cryptocurrency markets. I cannot even recollect what the prices were just within a week, because we've been having so many price movements. It's hard to keep up with one price for a certain amount of time. But I do think the market cap was right below a big cap. So Dogecoin was like right below $10 billion. I think we were at like 8 billion or we were at $7 billion for a while. And then we had made it up to 9 billion. Then we passed over a 10 billion market cap. And I'm sure now Dogecoin's market cap is still over $30 billion, which is still in excess that of a lot of major companies today. So for Dogecoin to be up above $30 billion market cap is just, it's amazing. It's amazing. I did not become a Dogecoin millionaire. I know there are a few who had quite a substantial amount of Dogecoin, did get up to the rank of $1 million. I guess now it just seems like $1 million really isn't that much money, and you can just make $1 million like it's nothing. But I do assure you, $1 million is still a lot of money, as one Bitcoin is still worth $50,000. So until one Bitcoin is worth $1 million, I definitely can see that $1 million is going to be worth a lot of money for just a little bit longer. But as time does go on and we have a lot more newly minted millionaires being created within the cryptocurrency markets, we can hope to see Dogecoin creating more millionaires as the price of the token has a steady increase. So as I was saying, I just see some nice projections for Dogecoin. I can see Dogecoin around 75 cents. $1 is definitely not out of the realm, as we were just halfway there, 48% of the way to $1. So Dogecoin making $1 definitely does not seem impossible in this year. It can happen. It might go beyond $1 within this year. Things have just been so crazy for the cryptocurrency markets. You really cannot time what is going to happen. Before my second to last live stream, we had a viewer who asked, what was your short-term price projection for Dogecoin? And keep in mind, Dogecoin was only at 0.62 cents, so I think this was like 2 live streams ago. Only 2 live streams ago. So, but I mean, I did take like a good week break. So those 2 live streams were almost about 2 weeks ago. But we had a viewer, I forget his name, but we had a viewer and he asked, what is your short-term price projection for Dogecoin? And I said, well, we can have that correction down to the high 5s to the low 6 area. And then Dogecoin shot up to 10 cents, I think like the next day or like 2 days after that. So 2 days after he asked me what was my short-term price projection, I said, well, you really can't tell, because you know, you can have a correction down or you can have a really volatile rip upwards, which Dogecoin did. it went like super far up, and as I was stating, like, you cannot predict that. I could never have predicted that Dogecoin was going to go above 10 cents, let alone 48 cents per Dogecoin. So I am still here for you guys. I have not left the Dogecoin train. I have been here since Dogecoin was below 10 cents. I have been here since Dogecoin was below 1 cent. I was not live streaming when Dogecoin was below 1 cent, but I was following along. I was steadily purchasing more Dogecoin at that lower price value because I could just see the very strong momentum that was being held behind this particular cryptocurrency. So I just knew the very nice influx of market cap and money revenue was going to happen eventually, and it happened quite faster than I had anticipated, which is fully okay because we are going quite far for Dogecoin. This is just the beginning stages for cryptocurrency, as Dogecoin did have this spike up within the year of 2021. So 2022 and 2025, if you are having the long-term outlook on your cryptocurrency holdings, then I do see Dogecoin up above $1 within that time frame. So we are not having too much of a correction anymore for Dogecoin, as Bitcoin did recapture $50,000. Bitcoin did have that retracement below $50,000, but that was very healthy as it laid out perfectly for the 3-month chart. As we have those retracements in price, Bitcoin does recapture all-time highs, and it pushes up to even higher all-time highs. So I do believe that Bitcoin will be pushing through to $100,000 within the next few months. That is to say that we will be having those corrections, Bitcoin up to $65,000, once again making its way up to $70,000. Then we can see the retracement and correction having a new floor around $60,000, and then Bitcoin replaying that price out around $64,000 up to $65,000. I do see that happening fairly shortly, as this news should not have had too much of a correction impact on the cryptocurrency markets, but it did seem to pull back our prices ever so slightly. And Dogecoin did have a nice recapture of its price. The correction of around 18 down to 16 cents, I believe it was, for Dogecoin. We are recapturing a price value up to 24 cents per Dogecoin, so that is right under that support level of 25 cents per Dogecoin, trying to push through back up to 30 cents. Now, the all-time high of 48 cents will take a little more time for us to recapture. I know a lot of people did FOMO in. I know it's just a hard thing to overcome, as you have to learn the art of diamond hands, as I did not sell any of my Dogecoin at this run up to 48 cents. I held tightly for the holdings of all of my cryptocurrencies and Dogecoin in particular. But while Bitcoin was having that correction, Dogecoin was actually having the increase in price, and that is when we had the initial run up to 48 cents. So that was really interesting to see that Dogecoin completely severed the ties of its trading value being connected to that of the current price value of Bitcoin. I did increase my cryptocurrency portfolios, as I did mentioned earlier in the live stream, I did pick up some Nano as well as Zilliqa. Zilliqa was one that I was waiting to purchase for quite some time, and I was just looking for a really good entry on Zilliqa, and I did get a nice entry on Zilliqa around 13 to 14 cents for Zilliqa. So I am happy about my holdings for Zilliqa and my other cryptocurrency tokens that I did pick up on this correction. I did buy more Dogecoin, not at the current price value around 24 down to even 19 cents. My last purchase for Dogecoin was around 13 cents because I could just see the traction gaining when we were around 10 cents for Dogecoin. So I hesitated my purchases right at 10 cents, which I probably should not have, as I thought we were going to have that correction back down to around 8 cents, down to around 7.98 where we were trading. But we did not have that further correction below 10 cents for Dogecoin. So I purchased more Dogecoin when we had the excuse me, when we had the run up to 13 cents, and I did purchase more Dogecoin at 13 cents, and I am still up on my investment from that initial purchase of around 11 cents ago. Keep in mind, I have been buying Dogecoin before it was 1 cent in value, so I have been purchasing Dogecoin at a fraction of a cent for the last 5 to 6 months. So I have been steadily accumulating as much Dogecoin as I possibly could. It was not in the hundreds of thousands of Dogecoin, as if I would have allocated most of my assets into Dogecoin, I probably would have had hundreds of thousands of Dogecoin. But my holdings are still in the range of a little over 10,000 Dogecoin. So I am still very happy of holding that amount of Dogecoin, as my long-term outlook for Dogecoin should have a nice return back on my initial investment for Dogecoin, as I only put in around $1,000 up to only like $1,200 for Dogecoin in particular. And so to see the nice return come back to you, as I'm still up over, I think it was like 300% on my investment, is still really good. I am not taking out any profits. I did not take out any profits when I was up over like 600% at the all-time high. It was just outrageous to see how much, rather how far cryptocurrency can take you just by having those diamond hands and hodling. So hodling has definitely turned out to be a beneficial aspect or a part of your cryptocurrency holdings, as the longer you can hold your cryptocurrency, the more you can see that increase in token value. As those who purchased Bitcoin around $1 are still very happy for the purchases of Bitcoin at $1. Those were definitely the Bitcoin OGs and people who have been in cryptocurrency for quite some time. So I have not been in cryptocurrency for over a year, but I have learned a lot in just this short amount of time. It's just been so much information coming to you at once. It's just like you have to literally stop what you're doing to like at least spend a good hour, or longer than that. It seems like I'm spending hours per day trying to take in as much information I can, not only about investing in particular, but investing into cryptocurrency and learning more about how cryptocurrency works and the blockchain and how the nodes on the blockchain work and everything. So once you start to get fully incorporated into cryptocurrency, it starts to get a lot more technical and a bit more difficult. But that takes your investment even further as you understand that what you are invested in is fully bigger than anything that you could have ever imagined. Cryptocurrency is definitely the new internet, or the internet 2.0, to where you can transact your value instantly instantaneously instead of having to wait 3 to 5 days for your funds to be transferred from a banking system, which is still ridiculous. I do not understand why we're in the 21st century in 2021 and I cannot send value to someone across the world or just across town within a few minutes. So it still takes days for that fiat to be transferred to them via a transfer. So I am hoping that cryptocurrency will solve that problem. I know it has been solving that problem with the integration of cryptocurrency on purchasing platforms and online platforms and internet platforms where you can use your tokens for particular items and services. So that is really good to see that the mass adoption for cryptocurrency has been on the rise every single day. It does not seem to back down, as there is just more and more news about people adopting more and more cryptocurrency. So Bitcoin is still up above $50,000. We are hoping for Bitcoin not to have too much of a correction below $50,000. And Bitcoin is at $51,000. So Bitcoin is actually pushing through. Excuse me for just a sec. Yeah, so Bitcoin is actually pushing through. I mean, through it all, like, if I was to get scared for my holdings for Bitcoin would have to fall to $25,000. Yeah, at least $25,000. When Bitcoin falls to $25,000, which is nearly half of where it's at right now, which I do not see Bitcoin falling to $25,000, then I would start to get scared of where Bitcoin is going. But until Bitcoin hits $25,000, I'm not too afraid of these minor corrections that we are having for the cryptocurrency markets. As I know it seemed very daunting and a bit scary to most as they were buying in Bitcoin around $60,000 to, $60,000 up to $64,000, as the all-time high for Bitcoin was around $64,000. I'm sure a lot of people were still purchasing Bitcoin up above $60,000, but having this short-term correction below $50,000 really is only a retracement of $10,000 to $13,000, which really is not that bad. I mean, if Bitcoin fell to 40,000, 39,000, then you might get a little scared. But currently, I am not too scared of Bitcoin still up above $50,000. Do keep in mind that we can still have further corrections below $50,000. But I really don't see Bitcoin hitting below $45,000. I think Bitcoin has a very strong support level right at $45,000 and above. So we should be bouncing off of those price values fairly easily for Bitcoin. So we will see where the price of our cryptocurrencies do end up over the next few weeks, as the projection for Ethereum, my projection for Ethereum, I know there are plenty of price analysis of Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies out there, but Ethereum did hit my price prediction above $25,000. I said Ethereum should be trading around $25,000 to $3,000. You can look on my last live streams of me stating that Ethereum, and I think we were below $2,000, and I was saying, well, Ethereum needs to be around $25,000 to $3,000, and Ethereum did make that all-time high of around $2,600. So I can only say it's happening slowly but surely. If you are paying attention to the cryptocurrency markets and you have been watching what has been going on over these past few months, there are a lot of big hedge funds and big institutions that are increasing their holdings of cryptocurrencies like there's no tomorrow. So you definitely should be doing the same as it. I nearly tapped out at my bank account, so I have to wait until I can get some more money in my bank account so I can continue purchasing more cryptocurrency. As it definitely just turns into this black hole system of finance that just pulls in everything that you own. So definitely do not take out a second mortgage or sell any of your very how do you say don't sell any of your expensive assets. I couldn't even think of it, but you get what I'm saying. Just do not go too far off the rails with your cryptocurrency holdings. You want to think smart and put your investments in the right areas. But Dogecoin has deemed to be one of the correct investment choices that I did make for my cryptocurrency portfolio, as I am still diversified into multiple cryptocurrencies, not holding only 5 cryptocurrencies, but I hold over 10 and 20 different tokens. Most of those tokens are not in the ranges of thousands of dollars. They're just a couple $100. But the other tokens are in the ranges of a couple of $1,000s per token. So I am heavily invested into cryptocurrency, much more than that of the stock market. But I just do see the huge potential for where we are going for the cryptocurrency market. So I am definitely not scared of all of the current holdings that I do have invested into the cryptocurrency markets. So Dogecoin is still having a nice consolidation area. We are in a pretty nice wedge. We are not really having too much selling pressure, but the buying pressure to push us back up above 30 cents definitely is not here. We do need a lot more buying pressure for Dogecoin to recapture around 28 to 30 cents. But we are having a nice run up for Dogecoin right below 25 cents. Currently trading at 24.5 for Dogecoin. So Dogecoin pushing through up to 25 cents. We can hope to see a nice area of consolidation right above 23 cents per Dogecoin, as we are still having those corrections for Bitcoin. We still might be trading in the realm of 23 up to 25 cents for Dogecoin. This is the perfect buying opportunity if you do have a long-term outlook on your holdings for Dogecoin, as this is half of the all-time high. Purchasing Dogecoin at 23 cents and having a nice run up past the all-time high, you would definitely double your investment if you did hold past that price value. So I do apologize if today's live stream is a bit boring. I did have to go to the doctor, so I was just trying to relax for those few days that I did have off, as I was straining my body, staying up all through the night with cryptocurrency. Definitely was not healthy, so I definitely wanted to get my health back on track. So I do apologize for that time off that I did have, but in a way, cryptocurrency for me did get just a bit unhealthy with how much I was just fully invested into it and not really taking the time out to rest and take some time off. But I assure you, I definitely am feeling a lot better, and I'm very excited to see where Dogecoin will be going within this next trading week. So I will be trying to make another live stream on Monday and continue to do my live streams every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But yes, I did have just a little bit of a rest moment. So if I do seem a bit more laid back than normal, I am fully okay. I think 420 is definitely just still wearing off on me just 2 days ago. So happy 420 to all my plant enthusiasts. I did enjoy my festivities. I hope you did enjoy your wonderful harvest day as well. So we did not have that. I know it sounds like I'm high right now, but I assure you, I'm totally okay. Okay, so we did not have that 420 spike up for Dogecoin. That's so funny. I'm talking about 420 and I'm super chill and laid back today, but no, I'm definitely, I assure you, I want to come on my live streams as tip-top shape as I can, so do keep that in mind. Business does come first, but yeah, I am just a bit slower today from my period of rest that I did have. So enough of me ranting about my personal life. Bitcoin is having that nice run up over above $51,000. If Bitcoin can hold $51,000, I think things will be looking a lot better, as we were like fully in the red these last couple of days. The correction really did not scare me, as I've just been through so many corrections. I do not get scared of these slight retracements in price value. So as I stated, once Bitcoin goes to $30,000, $28,000, then I might start to get a bit more fearful. But I am definitely not scared of these slight corrections that we are currently having for the cryptocurrency markets, as I do see it as the perfect buying opportunity to gather as much cryptocurrency as you possibly can. You definitely do not want to invest too much, as we can have further corrections. So you want to dollar cost average. So if your token does have a further correction from where you initially purchased, you can still have some buying power on the side, ready to buy that dip even lower. So I did do that for VeChain. I did purchase some more VeChain. I have, I don't even know how much VeChain I have. Oh yes, I have a little over 5,000 VeChain. So I have been steadily increasing my holdings for VeChain. I do have quite a lot of VeChain. There are still others who hold much more than 5,000 VeChain, but I am holding a little over 5,000 VeChain. I was steadily purchasing VeChain around 7 cents up to around 9 cents. So I did see the long-term increase for VeChain. I was advocating for that particular token in my last live streams. If you were watching Gracey209 just a few weeks ago. So if your portfolios were in the red and you did purchase the right tokens at the correct price value, then you should still be up on your investments, as purchasing at a lower price value and then having an increase does help for your investment. So you're not buying in at a high price, and then that token has that retracement in price value, and then you're like, well, gee, what happened? I thought I was buying in at the bottom, but I guess I didn't really buy in at the bottom. And trust me, I have done that plenty of times. I have bought, what did I buy? I bought so many cryptocurrencies, I can't even name one of them that I purchased and then had, you know, the like FOMOing in moment, like, oh my god, like, why did I buy that cryptocurrency at such a high price value when I could have waited for it to go down to where it currently is? But, oh, I bought, you know what, just let me look, because, like, I have so many cryptocurrencies. It's just, like, so unhealthy how many cryptocurrencies I have. But, for my financial situation, it's definitely okay, for the amount of oh, okay, Sushi Swap. Okay, so I FOMOed into Sushi Swap, you guys, at like, what did I think I bought it at like $20, okay? I bought Sushi Swap at like $20, okay? And it's basically half of that. Sushi Swap is at $11, so you can see that even though I've had a wonderful increase from Dogecoin and VeChain from when I had bought in at 7 cents, I had a horrible purchase of a sushi swap at $20, thinking that the all-time high of $23, we were going to bounce right off of $20. I'm like, oh yeah, sushi swap. We're definitely getting some sushi for dinner tonight. And sushi swap definitely had a really hard correction. Now keep in mind, sushi swap was only at 47 cents. So had I bought sushi swap at 47 cents per token instead of $20 per token, you can see how things would have played out a lot differently than they are currently playing out. So I am still getting burned by sushi swap. I'm still holding my sushi swap. I am not selling my sushi swap until it hits $50 and above, so I can break even on my investment and continue holding sushi swap to say, yes, I bought sushi swap when it was only $20 and I have been holding ever since. So I'll be very happy when sushi swap is trading around $50 and I bought in at $20. So I do have the long-term outlook for my cryptocurrency holdings as buying in at these super high price values will ensure that you get burned to the core. So definitely do not get burned to the core and try to purchase your cryptocurrencies at as low of a price value as you can possibly get in, as dollar cost averaging is the best way to go, as no one can time the top or bottom of your particular token. So you have to just continually purchase, as I have continually purchased Bitcoin, trying to get my holdings to half a Bitcoin. I am still well a ways away from half a Bitcoin, but I am striving to hold at least half of a Bitcoin. Now I will be starting off with half a Bitcoin, but hopefully I should be pushing up to the 1% of holding one full Bitcoin. Now that might take a couple decades for me to accomplish, as I do not have tens of thousands of dollars of investment assets to be putting into the cryptocurrency markets. But I do have a little bit of an amount to be allocating into as much Bitcoin as I can over the next few years. So I did buy some Anchor. I know I bought, what else did I buy? I bought some more Polygon. I do see Polygon Matic doing a lot of good things, as it has had a nice holding of its price of around 27 to 30 cents. Still having that market cap up above $1 billion. So I do still like to hold those lower capped altcoins, as Dogecoin was a lower capped altcoin around $1 billion, below $1 billion, and now Dogecoin's market cap is still above $30 billion, which is just outrageous for a cryptocurrency that was supposed to, or its intention was to be that of a meme coin. Still holding that market cap around $31 billion for Dogecoin. It's just truly amazing to see Dogecoin have an increase of a market cap of $30 billion. It sounds like something off of Austin Powers. $30 billion. And now Dogecoin is at $31 billion for market cap. I never thought that Dogecoin's market cap would get to $30 billion within the year of 2021. So that does tell you that we are having a nice bull market, and that this is just the beginning. This is definitely just the beginning for what will be going on in the cryptocurrency markets. As I have been following cryptocurrencies for the last 6 months now, I have learned a lot about corrections and retracements in price value that we have ever so often as we do have further corrections, which are bigger retracements in price value as we are experiencing within the cryptocurrency markets. But fear not, as Ethereum is still up above $2,000, trading at $2,300, and I bought Ethereum around $1,300. So you can just see how far the cryptocurrency markets have grown from when I had just initially started making my live streams. I will still be trying to bring you content with Doge Democracy. Shout out to Doge Democracy. We are a co-host in the making, so I am still trying to get everything together for my channel. I know things are just moving extremely slow, but I'm just taking every day as it comes and trying to increase my channel as much as I can. But all in all, today has been a pretty laid back live stream. I know you guys were probably like, what was I smoking today? But that was just on 420, you know. We have to live it up ever so often, as we are only here one time. We do not get another chance at life, so we might as well have as much fun with it as we possibly can. So I think we are going to be having a nice, sorry about that, we are going to be having a nice run up back to those previous price values that we were trading, as Bitcoin is trying to push through $51,500. If Bitcoin can recapture $53,000 up to $55,000, I do believe that $55,000 is the key area of support for Bitcoin. So $55,000 for Bitcoin will help the remainder of the markets, as we are still tied to the price movements of what Bitcoin is doing. So Bitcoin recapturing $55,000, then we can hope to see Dogecoin trading back up to 28 cents to 30 cents. But I know we are all hoping for the all-time high of 48 cents for Dogecoin. As I did state, it's going to take just a little bit more time for us to recapture at least 50 cents for Dogecoin. But the buying pressure is still here. We have not had too much of that depth decreasing in these order books. but I am still trying to catch up on as much information as I can, as missing just a few moments for the cryptocurrency markets definitely is detrimental, not only to my YouTube channel, but just to figuring out where we have areas of support and those areas of resistance. I am not completely stopping my watching of charts, as I am still continuously watching charts, but staying up to date on the news and just trying to detoxify myself for just a moment does definitely put me ever so behind in what's going on. But I think I will, just for the fun of old times, go over just one article. Let me see if I can find a good one here so we can end the live stream off with some news and good updates for what's happening within the cryptocurrency markets. So this is always good. It's just another story of mass adoption, as Grayscale adds 283 million in AUM to GBTC despite its 13% trading discount. So if you don't know what AUM is, it's just assets under management. For those of you who don't know assets under management. Okay, an update from Grayscale, an update from Grayscale on April 20th indicated that GBTC had 36.17 billion worth of assets under management. And an update on April 21st indicated that its assets under management had risen to 36.4 billion, and a rise of $283 million. So Grayscale's significant increase to the assets under management, despite the fact that GBTC was trading at a negative. GBTC did hit a record low in March, so we did have that pull back for GBTC, but it wasn't too bad, as you could still purchase GBTC and have that be lower than the actual price of what Bitcoin was trading at. So that was actually kind of a good thing if you were trying to just purchase more Bitcoin. This offered a relatively risk-free yield to investors for some time, while simultaneously acting as a one-way street for locking up Bitcoin. Now with the premium deeply in the negative, the incentive has disappeared to redeem shares of GBTC, and this unsurprisingly is what has occurred. So not only with the GBTC and Grayscale news happening, this was just inevitable. I mean, I was mentioning this happening like weeks ago with these banks and these large investment funds putting their assets into Bitcoin. It's just inevitable. It's just going to keep happening as more and more people start to adopt Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in particular. We're just going to see more and more of this kind of news happening. And I do think that this is still just the beginning. So if you are still scared of these short-term corrections, do keep in mind that this is still just the beginning for the amazing price actions that we will be seeing within the next few months. So we do have Cash App raising the minimum of Bitcoin withdrawals to 100,000 Satoshis. Now that is new because I am still using Cash App for purchasing and transferring my Bitcoin. So to see Cash App actually raise the minimum of 100,000 Satoshi withdrawal, I think that I helped in depleting the amount of Bitcoin that Square is holding. So I definitely bought a lot of Bitcoin from Square, and I moved it off of the Cash App platform into my other trading platforms that accrue me interest on my Bitcoin holdings. So I did not purchase Bitcoin on the platforms that offer me this interest incentive. Rather, I bought all of my Bitcoin from Square, and I transferred all of my Bitcoin off of Cash App to these other platforms, and it just seemed to work out perfectly. But now that Cash App has added the 100,000 Satoshi withdrawal minimum, I definitely was withdrawing less than 100,000 Satoshis like all the time, because like I just wanted to see like how much Bitcoin like I could possibly hold in like one moment. But so actually right now I'm not holding any Bitcoin on Cash App. I actually withdrew all of my Bitcoin right before Cash App came out with this 100,000 Satoshi minimum. So this actually is still new to me, as I have not been catching up on the news as much as I can. But I will still be purchasing Bitcoin on Cash App. I do see the purchasing of Bitcoin on Cash App as really good, as their fees are not too much of other platforms. They do still have fees for buying and selling your Bitcoin, but it is still much lower than that. I do believe that the fees on Cash App are a lot lower than that on other trading platforms. But don't get me wrong, I am still going to be buying more Bitcoin on Cash App, transferring out my 100,000 or more Satoshis onto my interest-bearing accounts, and trying to accumulate as much Bitcoin as I possibly can until the day that I am laid to rest. So that is pretty good news for Square and Cash App, as it's just been so hard to stay on top of all of the news that's happening. It's like a new story is coming out like every hour. So like you cannot cover like every single story that like comes out. So I just have to like cover as much as I possibly can. So this one says, what we can learn from local Bitcoin communities, which is pretty good. I think this should be a pretty good article. While Bitcoin in a macro scale phenomena that will have extensive economic and historical impacts, we shouldn't forget to pay attention to community level utilization of the technology. Here it is. On April 24th in Newport Beach, California, shout out to California, I am staying in California, super high taxes, but really nice here in California. On April 24th in Newport Beach, California, OC Bitcoin, aka Orange County Bitcoin, will be hosting a Bitcoin payments launch party for Next Burger. This is new. A gourmet burger restaurant. This is really new because I definitely did not hear about this. The event, sponsored by Strike and Bitcoin, is with music provided by Bitrefill. Is an example of the expanding reach of Bitcoin on a local level and its potential impact. So this is going to be huge. If Bitcoin can be accepted at a gourmet burger restaurant, like it's a gourmet burger restaurant, like who is not going to pay for that $100 burger using their Bitcoin? I mean, come on. I would love to spend my Bitcoin on that gourmet, medium rare, uncooked hamburger at that gourmet restaurant. That just sounds delicious. I'm not falling for that. Definitely not falling for that. I mean, it's very good news, but spending my Bitcoin on anything but a Lambo or a mansion definitely does not seem progressive to me. But maybe implementing the form of payment with other cryptocurrencies would seem more of a progression in the right direction kind of moment if we were having just a mass adoption and payment systems being set up for particular cryptocurrencies to be a form of payment for gourmet burger restaurants. Okay, so let me just continue. Oh, those are just the ads. Okay. This is actually a question within the article. It says, how did you first learn about Bitcoin and what was your impression of it? So, and the article reads, quote, I was first introduced to Bitcoin sometime in November 2017 from a good friend. It's always good to have your friends telling you about cryptocurrency. I have told a countless number of my friends about cryptocurrency, and they have been fully involved ever since then. Okay, enough about that. Back to the article. 2017 from a good friend. He explained what Bitcoin was created for and how it worked. Bitcoin interested me, and I saw how it could become a futuristic digital currency, which it already has. I started to really dive into Bitcoin last year in March and have been learning ever since, end quote. So this is kind of like my story in a way, as I learned about Bitcoin last November. I think it was actually through Square. So I think no. I had heard about Bitcoin earlier in the year, but I didn't really think anything of it. I was like, oh, Bitcoin, yeah, it must be like this new kind of stock trading thing, so I didn't really think anything of it. And at that time, I think Bitcoin was at $8,000 or $9,000, which was just crazy because it was not until $22,000 that I actually made my first investment into Bitcoin. So even though I had saw Bitcoin below $20,000, I was not struck by what Bitcoin was and how it just could fully change my life. Which Bitcoin has fully changed my life. It has completely changed the way that I go about my finances and my everyday financial outlook on how I spend my assets. Okay, here's another question in the same article. What has been your experience in the Bitcoin community thus far? Quotations. The Bitcoin community has been great. Brian, just a name in the article, Brian from the Orange County Bitcoin Network has been a great help educating me on Bitcoin even further. Comments on Orange County Bitcoin's lead organizer Brian Harrington expanded on how local gatherings of like-minded individuals leads to the spread of ideas and practices, in turn motivating business leaders to implement real change. So I do think real change within the finance markets will be occurring within the next few months, as we will have the quick shift into digital assets, as if we were always using digital payments as a form of payment. I do see that happening, but it is going to happen fairly quickly. I know it just seems as though everything is moving very, very slow, and cryptocurrency will be solving that problem, as we will be able to transact value instantly through the internet and through technology, utilizing cryptocurrency to have your value sent not only across the world, but across state, across city lines. So transacting value with cryptocurrency will be a lot faster, a lot more superior to handling that of monetary fiat. If Bitcoin is to be accepted, excuse me, across the world, there must be focus on converting the microeconomics surrounding us, which is very important. A Bitcoin circular economy, advocacy, and an information outlet spoke with us about what this looks like. I do see Bitcoin dominance happening once again, as Bitcoin dominance did fall to an all-time low, but fear not, if Bitcoin dominance does fall below 50% and 55%, it's going to go much further than that within the next few weeks. So I know I have been rambling for quite some time, and I believe I did miss this slight run up that Dogecoin did just have to 25 cents. So as you can see, Dogecoin is finding consolidation around 23 to 25 cents, as this is the perfect area for Dogecoin to be trading. Up above 20 cents is just unimaginable, as we were trading at 12 cents for my last live stream. So 12 cents to 23 cents is still pretty good to me. If this correction still has you, please keep in mind that the price of Dogecoin was below 10 cents just within the last 3 weeks. Do excuse me for just a sec. And I am trying to make up for my for the live streams that I wasn't here. I know I was gone for a pretty long time, but I am back. So I know it seems like I'm back from the dead, but I just wanted to rest and get my health back up to where it needs to be. So I am still in the unhealthy, overbought region for cryptocurrency. I just definitely cannot seem to stop buying cryptocurrency. I think my bank account has to go negative in order for me to stop buying cryptocurrency, because it just seems like I'm constantly spending all of the money I have left over to put it into cryptocurrency, because it's just like, why not? Why would I not have the money that's collecting dust in my bank account degrading in value? Why would I not put that dirty fiat money into the superior asset of cryptocurrency? And it just seems like I continue to do so, increasing my cryptocurrency portfolios more and more every single day. I do think that I was pushing, I was trying to push up to half a Bitcoin. It's still going to take a lot of time for me to get my projection of half a Bitcoin. But if you are going to be following along with Cali Crypto, I will be getting my holdings up to half a Bitcoin. If it takes me 5 years, if it takes me 10 years, I do not care how long it takes, but I will be trying my best to hold at least half a Bitcoin. Now, my holdings for Dogecoin, I definitely don't think my buyings for Dogecoin have stopped, but they have decreased ever so slightly as we have had this run up in price. I have been waiting to see where Dogecoin can find a nice area of consolidation, and it looks as though Dogecoin has found the perfect area of consolidation around 17 to 19 cents. So if Bitcoin does correct to $47,000, I'm not saying that Bitcoin will have a correction to $47,000, but the way that the markets have been looking, Bitcoin might touch $47,000. Bitcoin might even touch $46,000. I know that's like, oh my god, like, what is going on? Like, I've been here watching Cali Crypto every day. Like, how could you say that Bitcoin's going to go to $46,000? But if you have been watching charts and you understand how these retracements in price play out, it would play out perfectly to the T if Bitcoin had a retracement in price further below $48,000, further below $47,000. We have huge resistance at $48,000. So Bitcoin did not fall below $48,000, but if we did fall below $48,000, I would see the further correction for Bitcoin around $46,000. As my last major purchase for Bitcoin was at $49,000. I made a huge purchase of Bitcoin at $49,000. I think that was the time I bought around $1,000 or $1,200 worth of Bitcoin, right at $49,000. So even though I was buying Bitcoin at $22,000, I still did not make that much of a large investment of Bitcoin at $22,000, which I just should have. I should have went all in at $22,000, and I already would have had my private island in Cabo already. But that's not the point. The point is, cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, when it has these retracements in price, I know today is like just totally a laid back live stream. I am definitely not as excited as I was for my last live stream if you were tuning in and watching. But as you can see, my medicine definitely has me mellow and just taking everything as it comes, you know, just being laid back and enjoying my Friday. So if you are enjoying your Friday, I'm enjoying my Friday. I know I said 4:20 had just passed, and it it sounds like I just smoked a joint before my my live stream, because like I'm just so mellow and not really as excited as I was for my last live stream. But I assure you, I am completely sober. I am okay. I am just a lot more mellow than I was for my last live stream. So just don't follow the FUD, you guys. Do not follow the FUD. Do not be scared of Bitcoin at $50,000, because Bitcoin was just at $35,000 and $30,000. So if you have been following me along when I was covering Dogecoin below 10 cents, Dogecoin below 5 cents even, Bitcoin was trading around $48,000 to $42,000. So that is much lower than where Bitcoin is currently at. We have a comment. Jimmy says the Doge will bounce back. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I like that. Jimmy, thank you for that comment. I definitely do like that. Cryptocurrency is a marathon to see who can run the longest, in the term of you are running the longest, holding your cryptocurrency for as long as you possibly can. So the longest marathon runners are those who held Bitcoin below $10. So those are definitely the marathon winners, as they have had upwards of $49,000 increase per Bitcoin just for holding Bitcoin below $10. So yes, Jimmy, thank you so much for that comment. Cryptocurrency is definitely not a sprint, as you can't become a millionaire overnight. If we do have a run up to 48 cents for Dogecoin, and you do have around 2 or 3 million Dogecoin. But I know not that many people are holding that large amount of Dogecoin. I definitely do not have that much Dogecoin. But if you do have that much Dogecoin, and we did make it up to 48 cents, I would have hoped that you would have at least took some profits just from holding such a large amount of Dogecoin. You definitely wanted to reap the profits of your investment. But I did not take any profits. As I stated before, I actually bought back in more Dogecoin at 13 cents. So I got a really good entry at 13 cents for Dogecoin, and then I just let that ride back up to 48 cents because I actually bought back in before we made the all-time high. So when we had shot up to 12 cents, I was like, okay, Dogecoin is about to have a breakout. And I bought at, I was supposed to buy at 10 cents, but we did not correct back down to 10 cents. So had I bought in at 10 cents, I would have been in at an even lower entry of 10 cents. But something just told me to buy in at 13 cents. It's just like, buy now. Do not wait. Buy Dogecoin. And so I bought Dogecoin. I upped my position at 13 cents. And Dogecoin went all the way up to 48 cents, which was just crazy. Like, I did not expect for Dogecoin to get as far as it did in such a short period of time. Like, I was pushing for Dogecoin to make 35 cents, like, at the most. I was like, okay, yeah, Dogecoin is definitely going to make 35 cents, which it did. Dogecoin did make 35 cents, but we had even more of a outbreak up to 48 cents per Dogecoin. So I do think that Dogecoin will be retaking that all-time high. It's just going to take a lot of buying pressure, pushing Dogecoin back up to 48 cents and above. Excuse me, I am still pretty tired from the last few days, as I did take a break from live streaming, so I was a little tired. I do apologize for seeming intoxicated if I am a bit slower than usual, but I assure you I am 100%, and I am doing just fine. So Bitcoin is still holding at $50,800, still below that critical point of $51,000, as if we are having further corrections below $51,000, I do see Bitcoin making it below $50,000 once again, as 48,000 down to $47,000 just seems to be inevitable for Bitcoin if we are having those further corrections. I always urge you to watch out for further corrections, as we can have just a regular correction where the price is going down around about 5 to 7%, or let's say 5 to 10%. So a normal correction, you're going about 5 to 10% correction. in a decrease of price. And then when you're having further corrections, you actually go around 20 to 30%. So that's nearly a double of what a normal correction usually is. So that's why when you see Bitcoin trading from $64,000 down to $59,000, that was the normal correction that we had of around $4,000 to $5,000. And then from $58,000, from $59,000, we are having the correction below $50,000 down to $49,000, $48,000. So that definitely was the 20 to over 20% correction that Bitcoin needed in order to see it push up through those all-time highs once again. As I did state, Bitcoin should be pushing up to $100,000 fairly soon. Sorry, I'm not as excited as I was, but I'm still very excited. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I know I do look like just a little tired. I know I have been sleeping like crazy. As I stated before, like last week, I would be up like until I would be up until like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, I'm telling you guys, it was so unhealthy, like how late I was staying up watching cryptocurrency, like trying to watch as much news as I possibly could, because there was just so much news like happening. Like, I had to stay up all night just so I could take in all the news that happened just in that one day. So like, I was staying up way too late, and excuse me, I definitely needed a just a small break from the cryptocurrency markets, because I was just I was fully invested into what was going on for Dogecoin specifically, but the cryptocurrency market as a whole. So I definitely needed a little bit of a break to get back on the Dogecoin train. So it does look as though Bitcoin is having a recapturing of $51,000. We did have Ethereum push up to $2,600, which was definitely the all-time high for Ethereum. I think it was at $2,650 or around that area. That was over my price projection for Ethereum. As I said, Ethereum should be trading at around $2,500, which we are just $100 below that price projection for Ethereum, which is really good to see. So I do think the remainder of this month of April should be really good. The month of May will be the cryptocurrency month, as we will have a lot more volatile swings for Dogecoin and these other cryptocurrencies that we are currently watching. So definitely stay tuned. Thank you all so much for watching. I know my live streams have been pretty laid out and not as frequent lately, but I do assure you that I will be coming back with another live stream as soon as I can. So definitely stay tuned for my next live stream, as the cryptocurrency markets definitely bring lots of surprises. So we will be having a lot of interesting price movements for these next couple weeks. So thank you all for joining me today. I do hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will be coming back at you on Monday for an updated live stream within the cryptocurrency markets. So thank you so much for joining me, and have a wonderful evening.